Welcome to another video, a lockdown video. So I've just come out today for a little bit of a hike and just going to see what I can find and take you along with me. So it's a bit like fishing when you're going foraging. You might blank, which I often do, but I'll bring you along, we'll have a little adventure, see what we can find. Come on. There isn't even a path this way. The path's that way. Come on. Yes. Get off. Right, here we go again. Oysters. They look like olive oysterlings. Look at these. Some olive oysterlings, which are an interesting mushroom. I don't think they're in the same genus or family as your normal oysters, like your grey oysters and whatnot, but that might be misremembering that. But yeah, they look like it anyway. Olive oysterlings, so we'll get them back to the fungarium and have a little look at them. You'd have to excuse the noise. We're not a million miles away from a country road, so there's occasional cars going past, so apologies for that. But look, found a lovely little flush of velvet shanks here. They're lovely specimens. And these little ones I'm going to leave so they can grow a little bit, and I'll come back and harvest them soon. Puss puss! Here, puss puss! Look at that, man. Now that is a bracket. Small stick with just loads of turkey tails on it. But I've got loads of these at home, and they're all dried out now, so I don't need these. I'll leave them. There's some more oysterlings here, but these are long gone, man. Look at that. R.I.P. R.I.P. to Crouch. Can see if I can entice this robin down to me. Watch this, see if I can do it. Turn the earth a little bit and then just stand up against this tree. Here's a little chubby. You had a good Christmas, mate. Right, let's take these back to the fungarium and have a little closer look. Pow, and there we go. Back in the fungarium with our olive oysterlings, which are interesting. And I shall tell you for why shortly. But first of all, let's just have a little look at them. Also commonly known as the late oyster, and it'll just grow on dead wood. Doesn't matter what it is, coniferous, deciduous, it doesn't really matter. And the spores, if you do a spore print, they come out white, but I've had trouble getting spores off these. I don't know if I've just not left it long enough. I left it overnight, nothing. They're very wet though. We'll give that another night and see if I can interject them here now. If I haven't interjected them, it hasn't worked, so I do apologise. A saprotophic or a recycler fungus, which is breaking down dead wood. And fungi are the only group of organisms that can break down lignin, and without them, we'd be buried under mountains of debris. They also play a vital role in driving the carbon cycle, releasing nutrients that they don't require back into the habitat. Can fruit, so the mycelium, the body of the mushroom is under the ground, and the mushrooms are just the fruits. So if you imagine just an apple tree underground and then the apples grow out, that's pretty much what this is. It's just a fruiting body which is used to then send the spores off and reproduce. And the gills are initially yellowish and then they get browner with age. It smells quite nice. There's no real distinctive odour. Many of the books and websites will say avoid eating because it can be bitter and contain carcinogens. Now, bitter, yeah, it's bitter to the bite at first, but the carcinogens thing, when I first read that, I thought, well, that's interesting, and I delved further because, bear with me, if we look here, if we look in the Roger Phillips Bible, it actually says not edible. And so you would maybe read that and think, right, well, that's not edible, I don't want to get cancer. Not worth it, move on. And a lot of the websites and forums say the same thing. But when you do your research, it all stems back to a German mycologist called Andres Gminder, who reported it. And that's what everybody says in all these studies. It reports back to this one German guy's studies. Now, I did a bit of research myself, and I found a YouTube video with a young lad emailed this German mycologist and asked him about it, and the German mycologist had emailed him back saying no, it's proven to be safe. So there you go. And it actually has healing properties. It's quite there's a lot of health benefits to this mushroom as well. Again, just research when it comes to mushrooms. Don't take, just because it's written down on paper or in a book, don't take it as gospel. Cross-reference when it comes to mushrooms, because where everybody's still always learning and putting their bit into the melting pot. So yeah, do your own research and then make an informed decision yourself. And I've made an informed decision, and I've decided I want to go out and cook this up with some velvet shanks out into woods. I'm going to go find somewhere a little bit remote, up high, so maybe we'll get some snow, fingers crossed. And yeah, we're going to see what this tastes like. Look at that. Classic. You heard that? No. Look at that. Solid. That is. I mean, I'm in a rush, but I've always got time to stop for a decent latch and lock. Look at that. Let's just watch. Effortless, no creaking, tight, just nice. This ghost tree. It is dark, man. Look how dark it is. Shh. I heard something. Pigeons. Pigeons know me. Trying to keep my voice down in case there's any wildlife. Right, it's too dense in here, man. I can't see anything. Ant light's fading, so let's get to the outside of this pine and get some natural light so we can get cooking. tell you what, mate. Put some miles on this, like, put some timber through it, for sure. There we go. Fair enough. She's a sharp one as well. Thicker ones on the outside, and then as we come in, just less of an angle, just sort of glide along the top and get thinner and thinner whilst creating a flat base as well. So these last few are going to be as thin as you can get them. Some of them. And then, because I'm only out for the day, I can afford to bring my bring stuff that's a little bit heavier, but that I like a lot more, and you know, handcrafted stuff. Love this. It's a weapon, like, it is a weapon, but I love it. And then the back of me, silky pocket boy. I'll do just nicely. So let's get into it. One stick wonder. Here we go. Here we go, look. We've got flames. Our mushrooms. A few choice specimens. Look at them, man. They are good. The oysterlings, they have this bit here where it attaches to the tree. It's quite spongy. And you can just give it a drain out. It can have a lot of water in there. Let's see if you can see it. See how that coming out? A lot of water. Just seen a peregrine falcon fly over the top. Nice. Any old pan, unscrew the lid and change it out for one of these pot handles, these pot grabbers. Lightweight pot grabber. Nice little camping frying pan. And then you're not governed by, you don't have to stick to the old specifically camping ones that, in my experience, can be a bit sticky. Bit of oil. That's just coconut oil that I always carry with me. Just keep replenishing it because it solidifies. And it's good for all sorts of stuff, let alone cooking. Get the old Hestras on. Smells good, man. Smells good. Let's go in with the shrooms. Doesn't that look pretty? Pretty as a picture. Decent egg, covered again in egg shit. What? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. A little bit of salt and pepper. Flip egg just for a sec. Oh, it's burst me yolk. Life, that's life though. Pheasant, where are you? Hey, look, someone shot him. R.I.P. Fezzy. Okay, let's get into it. Tell you what, I'm thankful of my sit pad today. The velvet shanks are lovely, really nice, really mushroomy, earthy, mushroomy. You know, like how an oyster, you can't explain, like an oyster tastes like the sea, but a clean version. Well, these mushrooms taste like the land, but a clean version. The olive oysterling isn't great. It's slightly bitter. It's slightly bitter, and there's no real great aftertaste to it either. So, would I eat it again? Yeah, I would, but it's not overexciting. It's not very exciting at all. It's I can imagine a lot of people wouldn't like this because of that initial bitterness. But I mean, it's decent enough. But them velvets are just lovely. Delicious. Have some steak, eh? Oh man. Can't beat it, mate. Steak and mushrooms. Yay! Get on. Oh. The mushrooms that I got, they're never going to fill you up as a meal, but to put them with other stuff, it's just lovely. It's really rewarding as well, knowing that you've been out looking for them. You know, it gets you out the house. It's a little adventure, and I see it as like it's like a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to find. soot all over my grill, and I soot all over my face. Oh well. Oh, it's a shame I can't stay here tonight. Just going to get into these dark woods and see if we can get out onto the other side and see if there's some sort of sunset. Go and watch that. Whoa. Lovely and peaceful. It's not a like take your breath away sort of transition into night, or what do you call it, sunset. It's subtle, but in that there is such beauty. The cloud formations are just wonderful. Good. So for anyone new who's watching, please forage responsibly. Don't take risks if you're not 100% sure, because I know a lot of people watch my videos and then do the things I do, as far as, you know, ale reviews, wild camping, all that sort of stuff. That's all good, but this one, I'm begging you, don't just wing it, because it could end your life. It's that serious. If you get the wrong mushroom, that's it. Final curtain. Done. Night, logged off. No password. Gone. So please just forage with caution. Invest in a few books. I'll put links below to the foraging books that I use. Just watch videos, go on forums. Take the mushrooms home with you and study them. Get to know them. Don't eat them. Just forget, if you're just new to mushroom foraging, just forget about eating them. Just for the first season, mate. Just learn stuff. There are a few that you can get that you know what they are, but there are also some sneaky ones in there. Some sneaky ones. And not all books are correct. So, you know, as I earlier on today, with the Roger Phillips Mushroom Bible, we were saying that the oysterlings were inedible. I've just eaten them. Collapses. Because I did my research elsewhere and brought it all together and then made my own informed decision. And you should do the same. Yeah, so just forage with caution, because I mean, I don't mind being responsible for inspiring you to get out and about and stuff, but I don't want to have a, you know, don't have a list of you're all tapping out because you've eaten a load of death caps or whatever. I don't need that. So please forage responsibly. I'll be back soon with some more lockdown content. Yeah, so just, I've said it before, man, but just look after yourself, treat yourself right, be the best person that you can be, and then anything that's thrown at you, you know, with lockdown or with life, you're optimum you and best able to deal with it. Because, yeah, I don't know, if you've got a hangover, or if you're eating shit food, or you're not looking after yourself and you're in that spiral, and then someone gives you some bad news, or you've got to deal with something, you're not your best you to deal with that, and things can get on top of you. So if you just look after yourself as much as you can, be kind to yourself, it'll hold you in good stead. And I'll send you a lot of love. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.